God damn.
What's up, sexy YouTubers? Cool Hand Snook here, and today I'll just be commentating over this GTA Online gameplay. Sorry about missing a couple uploads, guys. I just got really busy. But let's kick things off with a few of my favorite punishments that you guys came up with for Bud the Turtle Killer. Minecraft 48 says, that turtle should split open his belly, pull out his intestines, and use those intestines as a condom to rape his mother. That's pretty good. Pentagonal Finch had a lot of typos in his, but I'm going to go ahead and read it the way it was intended to be read. Bud gets his shirt pulled off by an overweight man with clothing pins on his fat nipples, and the man whips out his herpes-infested wiener with mold in the creases and smacks Bud's nipples multiple times, while simultaneously getting hot dogs, including the bun, shoved directly in his rectal gland. Jesus. And Connor Davis says, with my personal favorite, what if we shoved mayonnaise up his asshole and then pulled up his underwear over his ass? After that, we will make him jog 20 miles with the mayonnaise in his ass. That's the best I can come up with. Well, that's pretty darn good, Connor, and I love you. Thank you, everyone, for the submissions, and let's get on with this commentary. Today, I would like to talk about the origins of my poop phobia. I've mentioned it a few times, and everybody seems to think it's a big hoo-ha laugh. But the actual term for the phobia is called coprophobia. It's the fear of feces. And for mine, it actually has limits. I am afraid of only human feces, and typically only in large quantities, like poo in the toilet when it's in a pile or something like that. People have been like, hey, how do you wipe your ass if you're afraid of poop? Well, I can still do it. I just scream the entire time. No, I'm just kidding, I don't. But I do wipe my ass. I can have dogs and cats and pets and stuff like that. I'm not afraid of their poop. I can pick it up. It's no big deal. But for some reason, seeing my poo in the toilet makes me feel like fainting every time, like a little bitch. If I go into a bathroom stall, someone takes a huge dump and they didn't flush the toilet, fuck you, by the way, if you do that. If I look down and see it, I'll start to feel dizzy, like I'm going to fall face first into the doo-doo. So what I'll do is I will slowly back away with my hands up and exit the stall immediately and try to find a stall at the far end of the bathroom away from that one. I don't know what it is. It just feels like the poo is going to jump out of the toilet and come get me or something. But I think I understand what the origins are of my fear of feces. I had a lot of traumatic poop experiences when I was a little kid, when I was about 2-3 years old mostly. It all began when I was very young. I don't really remember exactly how old I was, but I was brand new to the toilet. They were just starting to potty train me and everything like that. I didn't know how to wipe myself yet or anything, so I was done pooping. I was like, I'm done! And my mom came in and she was wiping me. As a joke, I think she was just messing around with me, but she wipes my butt, and I guess I had this really big hanging turd, and she gets it and scoops it up on the toilet paper and lifts it up to my face. She takes the toilet paper away from my ass and lifts it up to my face, and she says, look what you did. And it freaked me out. I was like, ah! Because it was just disgusting that something that ugly came from me, you know? And that was the first thing. That scared me. I don't think that's that bad of a thing. But after that, when I got a little bit older, not even that much, maybe a few months to a year older, my mom started taking me to this one babysitter. And it was this lady who had kids, and she would just watch me. And she had 2 sons that were much older than me and 1 daughter that was a little bit older than me. And she was a nice little girl. All she ever did was try to dress me up like a girl, which I loved because I'm a little queer. But the middle boy, he was the one who was just a dick. He was so mean. He always picked on me. He'd push me down. He'd punch me when his mom wasn't looking and stuff. One time, he was really sick, and I guess he had food poisoning or something because he was in the bathroom crapping over and over and over. And he had diarrhea. Well, I was glad because I didn't get to see him for most of the day. And I was downstairs and I was playing with his sister, and we were playing with toys and stuff like that, and minding our own business. Well, he comes down the stairs looking like crap, just all pale in the face. And he says, hey, Mason, are you hungry? And I was like, yeah, I'm hungry. And I figured, oh, great, he's starting to be nice to me. So he says, you want some soup? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I love soup. Soup is delicious. And like a little kid, you know, I get really excited. And he's like, come with me. I'm going to give you some soup. So he takes me upstairs, and I'm following behind him. I'm all excited the whole time. I'm just like, oh, I love soup. I'm going to get it. I'm going to blow on it. I'm going to slurp it up. Which actually, now that I think about it, sounds really gay. But, you know, it's all good. So I go up there, and he goes into the bathroom. And I'm like, why is my soup in the bathroom? So he pulls me in the bathroom, and he shoves my head over the toilet. And in the toilet is a bunch of diarrhea. Just tons of it. And he tries to shove my face into his diarrhea shit. And I'm screaming and crying and stuff, and I must have had some extremely strong pectorals as a child or something, but I was able to keep this much bigger kid from pushing my face into the soupy diarrhea poo-poo. So finally, after what seemed like hours of me screaming and protesting, his mom runs into the bathroom and pulls me up out of the toilet, and I'm crying, and I curl up in the fetal position on the floor, and I'm just like, "That's not soup, that's not soup, it's poo-poo, it's not soup," and I'm crying, and the kid's just laughing, and the mom is yelling. I'm like, Henry, you don't put people's face in your duty. No, you don't do that. And she's like saying that stuff to him, and he's just laughing at me. And so that was actually probably what did it, honestly. But I remember after that, I was just deathly afraid of poop for years. Up to this day, I just can't look at it. So even knowing this about me, my mom still liked to mess with me about it. She would play little pranks on me, and what she would do is, for some reason, I don't know why she would do this, she would go into the bathroom and she would squeeze out one little turd, and I guess she wouldn't wipe afterwards or something, because there was never any toilet paper in the toilet or anything after. It was just one little turd, and she would just leave it in there and then call me in the bathroom and be like, "Mason, go clean the bathroom," and I'd go in there and I'd lift up the lid and there'd be a little turd swimming around in there, and I'd get pissed off and I'd just back off and I'd be like, "Why, Mom?" And I was so pissed. But she'd just laugh her big, fat, dirty, unwiped ass off, until one day I had the opportunity to get revenge on her, and it was sweet, because it was a Saturday night, and what we used to do is we would sleep on the couch Saturday night because we'd stay up late to watch Saturday Night Live. Well, my mom fell asleep before Saturday Night Live this time. She was sound asleep. So I creeped up to her and I pulled my pants down, and I had my butt facing towards her face, and I have these terribly rancid farts. Like, honestly, if you smelled my farts, it smells like a person that has died just crawled out of my ass and stuck his sweaty cock in your nose. Well, anyway, my ass is facing her face, and I decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it even worse, and I pull down my boxers as well. I spread my cheeks, and I let out one of those really dry but hot farts. It was just like... and it came right out directly over her nose and mouth area. And so I'm trying to put my ass away and pull my boxers up before she wakes up and gets pissed. But I guess the stench was so bad, because my mom is a heavy sleeper. The stench must have been so bad that she woke up immediately, because immediately after farting, I feel her just punch my ass in my back, and she's swinging. And she's just like, "Ah!" And she's just going insane, right? So I run to my room and I lock the door, and I just sit in there, and I'm just dying of laughter the entire time. And I'm just like, "That's what you get. That's what you get." So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story, and if you laughed at my mother's misfortune, that's completely okay. Just please leave a like and a comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and all that jazz. In the comments, why don't you guys describe to me what your farts smell like, and I'll feature my favorite fragrances on my next commentary. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye!